Have you ever caught a glimpse of yourself in the mirror and felt a jolt of surprise? Maybe it's a faint, unfamiliar scent lingering on your freshly washed clothes, a waistline that's creeping wider despite your best efforts, or the subtle realization that your ears or calves are changing in ways you never expected. These moments hit deep, don't they? They stir questions like, is this just aging, or is something more happening? For men over 50, these shifts aren't just quirks, they're powerful signals from your body, whispering the story of a life well lived while demanding your attention. Aging isn't something to dread. It's a journey to embrace with wisdom and action. When you understand these changes, you unlock the power to age with vitality, confidence, and purpose. In this heartfelt, in-depth guide, we're diving into 4 surprising signs of aging. In Nonenal, you can smell before you see, 2 that grow larger over time, and 1 that quietly shrinks. Stealing strength you might not even notice. These aren't random changes, they're rooted in science, woven into biology, and deeply personal. Through real stories, practical solutions, and a nod to the resilience of every man navigating this season of life, we'll explore each sign with care. By the end, you'll not only recognize these changes, but feel empowered to take control, because aging isn't about slowing down, it's about living boldly. Let's dive in and uncover what your body's trying to tell you. Number 1. The unmistakable scent of time, a change you can smell before you see. You step out of the shower, towel off, and slip into a clean shirt. But something's off. There's a faint, waxy, grassy, or slightly musty scent that seems to follow you. It's not sweat, not poor hygiene, but something deeper, something you might have noticed in a grandparent's home or during a hug with an older loved one. This is Nonenal, a natural byproduct of aging skin, and it's one of the most unexpected signs of growing older. For many men, it's a change that sneaks up, stirring a mix of curiosity, frustration, and even vulnerability. As men age, the skin undergoes profound biochemical shifts. Oxidative stress, where free radicals damage cells, increases, breaking down fatty acids in the skin to produce Nonenal. A 2001 study in the Journal of Investigative Dermatology found that Nonenal production begins as early as age 40, but becomes more pronounced in the 60s and 70s. Unlike typical body odor, which comes from bacteria mixing with sweat, Nonenal is stubborn. It binds tightly to fabrics, resists standard soaps, and lingers, creating a scent often described as old books, wood, or stale wax. Aging skin regenerates more slowly, retaining oxidized fatty acids that amplify this aroma over time. This isn't about hygiene, it's about biology. As you age, your skin's natural turnover slows and oil production changes, making Nonenal more noticeable. It's a universal part of aging, but it can feel deeply personal, especially for men who've always taken pride in their appearance. Richard, a 74-year-old retired engineer from Ohio, was always meticulous, clean-shaven, pressed shirts, a spritz of his favorite cedarwood cologne. But in his early 70s, something changed. His granddaughter hugged him one afternoon and giggled, "Grandpa, you smell like the library." He laughed, but the comment stuck. He noticed his jackets carried a faint, musty scent, even after washing. He tried new detergents, switched soaps, even doubled up on showers, but the smell persisted. "I started wondering if it was me," Richard admitted. "It made me feel old in a way I wasn't ready for." His story resonates because it's not just about a scent, it's about confronting the passage of time in a body you thought you knew. Nonenal isn't just a physical change, it's an emotional one. For men who've always felt in control of their careers, their fitness, their presence, discovering a scent you can't fully wash away can feel like a small betrayal. It's a reminder that time is marching on, etching its mark in ways you can't ignore. But here's the truth, this change doesn't define you. It's a sign of a life rich with experience, and you have the power to manage it with grace. You can't stop Nonenal entirely, it's a natural part of aging, but you can take steps to minimize its impact and reclaim your confidence. Switch to specialized soaps. Body washes with charcoal, tea tree oil, or exfoliating ingredients, like salicylic acid, are designed to break down oily residues. Try Jack Black's charcoal body wash, or Nivea Men's deep cleaning body wash for a thorough cleanse. Use daily for best results. Boost antioxidants in your diet. Foods rich in vitamin C, oranges, strawberries, bell peppers, vitamin E, almonds, sunflower seeds, and polyphenols, green tea, blueberries, dark chocolate, combat oxidative stress, potentially slowing nonenal production. Aim for 2 to 3 servings of these foods. Daily think a morning smoothie with berries or a handful of nuts as a snack. Upgrade your laundry routine. Nonenal clings to fabrics, so add 1/2 cup of baking soda or a capful of an odor, neutralizing detergent booster like OxiClean odor blasters to your wash. Wash clothes in hot water when safe for the fabric. Stay hydrated. Drinking 8 to 10 cups of water daily, about 64 to 80 ounces, keeps your skin supple and may dilute oil buildup, reducing nonenal's intensity. Have you noticed a subtle new scent on yourself or a loved one? It's more common than you think, and it's nothing to be ashamed of. Drop a number 1 in the comments below and share your story. When did you first notice it? And how did it make you feel? Your experience could help another man feel less alone in this universal change. Let's start the conversation. Number 2. The growing belly, a stubborn sign that demands attention. You pull on your favorite pair of jeans and they're tighter than ever. Your diet hasn't changed much, maybe you still hit the gym or take daily walks, but your midsection keeps expanding. It's not just about how you look, it's the way your shirts hug your belly, the extra effort it takes to tie your shoes, or the fatigue that creeps in after a long day. A growing belly is one of the most relatable signs of aging for men, but it's also one of the most impactful on your health, your confidence, and your energy. Your metabolism slows by about 1 to 2% per decade after age 30, according to a 2010 study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition. Meanwhile, testosterone levels drop by roughly 1% per year after 40, Endocrine Reviews, 2008, reducing muscle mass, the body's primary calorie-burning engine. Less muscle means fewer calories burned at rest, and those extra calories head straight to your abdomen. Aging also shifts fat distribution, favoring visceral fat, the deep fat around your organs. A 2017 study in the Lancet Diabetes and Endocrinology found that visceral fat is metabolically active, releasing inflammatory chemicals linked to serious health risks. A 40% higher chance of heart disease, a 30% increased risk of type 2 diabetes, and even cognitive decline, per a 2018 study in neurology. This isn't just about aesthetics. Excess belly fat can sap your energy, strain your joints, and make everyday tasks like climbing stairs or playing with grandkids feel harder. For many men, it's a wake-up call that aging requires action. Frank, a 76-year-old from Texas, was a soccer coach in his 40s, lean and active, always chasing his kids around the field. But in his late 60s, he noticed his belly growing while his arms and legs seemed thinner. "I thought it was just part of getting old," he said. "But then I couldn't keep up with my grandkids anymore. Bending down to pick up a ball felt like a chore." What hit Frank hardest wasn't the mirror, it was the loss of vitality. He missed the energy to kick a soccer ball or chase his grandkids without feeling winded. Frank's story is a powerful reminder that a growing belly isn't just about looks, it's about staying capable in the life you love. A growing belly can feel like a personal defeat, especially for men who've always prided themselves on staying fit or active. It's a visible marker of time, chipping away at the confidence you've carried for decades. But here's the hope. This is one sign of aging you can fight back against with measurable results. You don't have to accept it as inevitable, you can take charge and feel like yourself again. What you can do: embrace strength training. Resistance exercises like squats, deadlifts, or push-ups 2 to 3 times a week, 3 sets of 10 to 12 reps. Rebuild muscle mass. Boosting your metabolism. A 2019 study in Medicine and Science in Sports and Exercise found that older men who lifted weights gained 2 to 3 pounds of muscle in just 12 weeks. Start with bodyweight exercises, or light dumbbells if you're new to lifting. Prioritize protein. Aim for 0.5 - 0.7 grams of protein per pound of body weight daily. For example, 90 to 120 grams for a 180-pound man. Include lean sources like grilled chicken, eggs, Greek yogurt, or plant-based options like lentils and tofu. Protein preserves muscle and keeps you full, reducing the urge to overeat. Cut processed carbs. Swap sugary snacks, white bread, and soda for whole grains. quinoa, brown rice, vegetables, and water to stabilize insulin and curb fat storage. A 2020 study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition showed that cutting refined carbs reduced visceral fat in older adults. Track your waistline. A waist circumference over 40 inches increases health risks, per the CDC. Measure monthly with a tape measure at your navel to monitor progress. Is your belly starting to tell a story you don't love? You're not alone, and you can make a change. Drop a number 2 in the comments and share one step you're ready to take. Maybe it's a daily walk, lifting weights, or cutting out soda. Your action could inspire another man to start his journey. Let's do this together. Number 3. Ears that keep growing. A quirky reminder of time's passage. You flip through an old photo album, maybe from your wedding or a family reunion, and do a double take. Wait, are my ears bigger? It's not your imagination. Your ears are one of the few parts of your body that never stop growing, and this subtle change can sneak up on you, stirring a mix of amusement, nostalgia, and maybe a touch of self-consciousness. The cartilage in your ears continues to grow throughout life, adding about 0.03 inches per decade, according to a 1,995 study in the British Medical Journal. At the same time, gravity pulls earlobes downward, and declining collagen and elastin-key proteins for skin elasticity cause ears to appear longer and droopier. By age 70, your ears could be nearly half an inch larger than in your 20s. It's a gradual change, barely noticeable year to year, but over decades, it's unmistakable. Thinning skin on the earlobes can also make them look stretched or wrinkled, adding to the effect. George, a 78-year-old retired teacher from California, loved sharing stories with his grandkids. One day, flipping through his wedding album from 50 years ago, he noticed something unexpected. His ears. They looked so small back then, he chuckled. Now, his earlobes were longer, thinner, almost stretched. His wife teased, "Your ears are trying to outgrow you, George." For him, it wasn't just about appearance, it was a poignant reminder of time's passage. Looking at those old photos, he felt a wave of nostalgia for the young man he once was, mixed with pride for the life he'd built. George's story reminds us that aging's quirks can spark both laughter and reflection. Bigger ears might seem trivial, but they carry emotional weight. They're a visible marker of time, etched on your face like the lines of a well-read book. For some, they're a quirky badge of honor, sign of a life full of stories. For others, they're a source of self-consciousness, a reminder that the mirror doesn't lie about the years gone by. Either way, they're a part of you, and they tell the world you've lived, loved, and learned. While you can't stop cartilage growth, you can slow the visible effects of drooping and thinning. Support skin elasticity. Stay hydrated, 8 to 10 cups of water daily, and eat collagen, rich foods like bone broth, fish, or eggs. Collagen supplements may also help, with a 2019 study in Nutrients showing improved skin elasticity in older adults after 8 weeks. Protect against UV damage. Sunday exposure breaks down collagen, so apply SPF 30+ sunscreen to your ears daily, especially if you're outdoors often. Moisturize earlobes. Use a vitamin E or retinol cream, like CeraVe's Resurfacing Retinol Serum, to improve the texture of thinning earlobes. Apply nightly for smoother, firmer skin. Have you noticed your ears changing shape or size? Maybe you've laughed it off or felt a twinge of surprise. Drop a number 3 in the comments and share your thoughts. Do you find it amusing, or does it make you reflect on time? Your story could spark a smile or a nod from someone else. Number 4. The vanishing calves. A silent loss of strength. One day, you glance down at your legs and realize something's changed. Your once strong calves built from years of running, lifting, or just staying active are thinner, less defined, weaker. It's not just about appearance. It's the extra effort it takes to climb stairs, the wobble when you stand too long, or the fear of losing your balance. This is muscle atrophy, a common but often overlooked sign of aging, and it can hit harder than you expect. As men age, testosterone and growth hormone levels decline by about 1 to 2% annually after 40, making it harder for the body to maintain muscle mass. A 2017 study in the Journal of Dermatology also points to reduced blood flow in the legs, which limits nutrient delivery to muscles. Add in less activity, maybe you're not running or lifting like you use toned, your calves bear the brunt. Weak calves increase fall risk by 20% per a 2019 study in Journal of Aging and Physical Activity, and can slow walking speed, impacting independence. Robert, a 75-year-old former construction worker from Michigan, spent decades on his feet, his calves strong from hauling materials and climbing ladders. But in his late 60s, he noticed his legs changing. "My calves used to fill out my work boots," he said. "Now they're thin, and climbing stairs feels like a workout." What hit him hardest was struggling to stand from a chair without using his hands, a task he once did effortlessly. Robert's story is a reminder that losing muscle isn't just about looks, it's about staying independent and capable in the life you love. Shrinking calves can feel like losing a piece of who you are. For men who've always been active, whether on the job, in sports, or just keeping up with life, weakening legs can sap confidence and spark fear of losing mobility. But here's the hope. This is one change you can fight back against, rebuilding strength and reclaiming your power. What you can do: do calf raises, perform 3 sets of 15 daily, standing on your toes and slowly lowering back down. Use a wall for balance if needed. A 2020 study in the Journal of Strength and Conditioning Research showed calf raises increased muscle mass in older adults by 5% in 8 weeks. Walk uphill. A 20-minute incline walk or treadmill at a 5 to 10% incline 3 times a week boosts circulation and strengthens calves. Prioritize protein. Include lean meats, eggs, or plant-based proteins, like beans or tofu, to hit 0.5 minus 0.7 grams per pound of body weight daily. Protein fuels muscle repair and growth. Stretch and massage. Daily calf stretches and foam rolling improve blood flow and flexibility, reducing muscle loss. Are your calves losing the strength you once took for granted? You can rebuild them with effort. Drop a number 4 in the comments and share one exercise or dietary change you're considering. Maybe it's calf raises or adding protein to your meals. Your plan could motivate someone else to stay strong. Final thoughts: embrace the journey, shape the future. Aging is a journey, marked by subtle yet profound singsar, new scent, a growing belly, larger ears, shrinking calves. These changes tell the story of a life rich with experience, resilience, and wisdom, but they also remind you to stay proactive. With small, intentional steps, better nutrition, targeted exercise, smarter skincare, you can slow these shifts and age with strength, confidence, and vitality. Take a moment to reflect. Which of these signs hit home for you? Maybe it's the belly you're ready to tackle, the ears that made you laugh, or the calves you want to strengthen. Share your thoughts in the comments below. What's one change you've noticed, and what's one step you're inspired to take? Your story could spark hope, laughter, or action in someone else. And if this guide resonated with you, give it a like, subscribe, and hit that bell to stay connected. We're here to support you in aging boldly, living fully, and embracing every chapter of your life. Let's keep the conversation going. Drop your comment now.